What up, what up, what up, peoples? Welcome to another investment in Uncle Ricky's house. Well, yesterday was Martin Luther King's birthday, and a lot of my friends have been hitting me up like, yo, bro, you didn't post nothing about King's birthday. Well, I did that on purpose, really. I wanted to see what everybody else was saying for a change. Because I'm a boomer, as you can tell by my ugly mug. I've been here for a minute. I've seen some shit. And I was there. I mean, I was in the 4th grade when he got assassinated. I was in the 1st grade for the March on Washington. I still remember what it felt like to be a little black kid in a black family growing up in the South in 1963. Even at the age of 6, I understood that it wasn't the same being black as it was being white. I remember riding down the highway with my uncle and my aunt, with my mom, my brother, and my cousins, traveling from Durham, North Carolina back to Burkeville, Virginia, and encountering a Klan rally. Traffic was blocked. Cops were checking to see who was in the car, and I remember what it felt like watching my uncle trying to reassure everyone in the car that everything was going to be all right while we watched crosses burning not more than 100 feet away from the side of the highway. I remember how proud I felt when I saw all those black people gathered in the Potomac Basin to listen to a black man talking about black equality. Now, okay, let me stop reminiscing, because now we fast forward to 2023. King has been dead since 1968. And we still don't have equality, not only for black people, but for minorities in general. The newly installed Congress, the Republican majority Congress, felt that it was necessary to make a show of banning the mayor of Washington, D.C., a black female mayor, from speaking on the floor of the House. They also, at the same time, banned the representatives from Puerto Rico and Guam, Samoa. Why? I mean, they've been territories which are basically American colonies. You know, America's so nice, nasty, we don't want to use the term colony, so we call it territories. But they have been treated like, you know, they've been treated with disdain since day one. Black people, black Americans, descendants of slaves that basically, no matter which side of the Mason-Dixon line you lived on, made this country go, are still fighting for equality under the law. And supposedly we've been free since 1863. I hate it when first thing some white conservative MAGA idiot, Republicans are the party of Lincoln. So fucking what? Lincoln had his reasons for fleeing the slaves, and he really any little plan he had on assimilating black people into American society, post-Civil War society, were decimated when he was assassinated, and Andrew Johnson, who was a hardcore Southerner who didn't want to disrupt the Union, took over. We're basically at the same point now. I mean, black and brown people, poor white people who realize that now it's really not just about skin color, it's about money, and it's about one group of people who are mostly one skin color who only allow certain motherfuckers that are of a different skin color but of the same political idea into their party. They got the power and they fucking with people just because they can, because they feel like it's their right. This feeling, I mean, King said some things that still apply today, not only just to black people, but everybody that's not on the conservative side. You gotta walk. In this fight, you have to walk, you have to crawl, and you can run, and then you can run. Well, black people crawl, from, say, emancipation days up until the 60s. King, the movement, the civil rights movement, King as the leader, black people got a chance to walk with their heads held high. It wasn't received well because, white people, conservatives, Southern and Northern, tried to weaponize law enforcement. They didn't try, they did weaponize law enforcement. And there was a price that was paid for walking. So here we are now in 2023. And we don't know, we are in a situation, even while we celebrate the memory of Martin Luther King Jr., we are in a situation where certain people are in power and they about to force us to have to crawl if we want to continue the fight. If we want to give up and, just accept whatever they say and be whatever they want us to be, it ain't no problem. Except they're going to take away everything that makes us us. That, they taking away our history. You cannot teach black history in certain schools according to certain governors unless you teach it in their approved way. Well, like people like DeSantis, they don't want it taught at all. People like Youngkin, they want it revisited and revamped and revised to their version of how shit should be. And in the meantime, black people, just like red people, have their foundation pulled out from under them. The new generations, the future generations, if we don't teach them, indigenous people have learned this a long time ago about trying to pass on their culture. Black people, we got to get hip to that shit. And one of the reasons is because we don't even really know what our culture is sometimes. Yeah, we know about the slavery part, and that's why, certain fucking conservatives use that nice, nasty shit about, well, we need to stop talking about slavery, we need to stop talking about all this shit, because all it does is make these young black kids think that they are less than. All they're doing is realizing what you want the truth to be. It's not what the truth is. We are not less than. Just because you get treated less than does not make you less than. And this is what King's whole point was. We are all people in God's eyes. And I don't want to get into the religion part because, I'm not a churchy, but I do believe in God. And I don't think that God, when he made man, he made hierarchy among his creations. Just like, some European colonizer doctrine like manifest destiny. And, that's what they want us to believe, that God created all this shit for the white man. And they believe that. They really, and they teach it. But yet and still, we can't teach black history. Governor Youngkin has a proposal to eliminate Martin Luther King from the history of the United States until after you get to 6th grade, because young black minds can't handle it. Young black minds lived it at one time, so why the fuck can't young white minds, I'm sorry, why can't young black minds handle it? It just throws me for a loop. The idiocy they try to project from their positions of power and expect us to handle it. And unfortunately, some of us buy into that shit because it reduces their aggravation factor. It reduces their inability to accept all things as they are. Ask questions of people that they thought were just like them. And it's just outrageous what people are trying to feed us. Not just people, melanated people. I'm talking people of all skin colors that are not them. It's all about the mind control. They want to tell you, they're trying to keep you from feeling that you are less than, when they are trying to secure forever the right to treat you as less than them. This is what King was all about. We have crawled, we have walked, and now we are at the stage where we can run if we get our shit together collectively. And this is what they are afraid of. Well, that's it for me, Uncle Ricky. Look, man, peace out. R.I.P. Martin, wherever you are. The nation owes you a debt. The people owe you a debt. God bless. See you next time at Uncle Ricky's house. See ya.